First, I'd like to speak about Hernan.
Oh, sure.
And then I'll do everything.
Well, I'm not sure Hernan is on yet.
Okay.
So maybe let's wait a little.
Let's start with the paints.
Let's start with the paints, yeah.
I'm going to start fixing a palette so that you can see how I begin. Okay? First of all, I have to put my glasses on. Thank you, Kenny, for finding them. I put them right there. Okay. Until everybody's there, I'm going to begin putting the paints out and telling you what I'm doing. This is called Payne's Gray, and it is a black which is not black. It's gray, but it's a rich color. And I found out you must always buy the best colors because it costs too much to use the cheapest color. Because they don't really show things. They don't glow, unfortunately. Because the rich ones, the ones that cost a lot, just use them lovingly. And don't do what I've been doing all my life. I haven't squeezed correctly from the bottom.
And what color was this?
This is, I'll tell you right away,
And tell us about it, yes.
Naples Yellow Light, but Winsor Newton. I have never been disappointed by Winsor Newton. The colors are so rich. And I'm going to show you all the ones that I use because I use so many. This is Naples Yellow, and it's by Gamblin, which is also excellent. And as I said, squeeze from the bottom. The bad thing is, some of the colors have so much oil in them that I get the oil out, but not the paint. These are being obedient.
Marcia is watching and Mark Schumann is watching.
Wonderful. Here, let me just say, this is Marcia. And this is Mark Schumann.
Wait, let's do that a little slower. Which is Marcia?
Marcia.
Right.
Marcia Graber. And he's right here, because when I painted somebody in a different painting already, then I want them in here also. I do them from the back. Okay? And when everybody's here...
And what's this?
That is Naples Yellow. And this, it comes from a Holbein.
So it's a little different than the
Yes.
other one.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that difference means so much. I use these colors when I use gray for a street, for buildings. And this is one of the joys of life. Cadmium lemon. Now, anything which uses the word cadmium costs. Costs a lot.
Like how much is a tube like that?
I have no idea. I just know there's no choice. When I do this cadmium yellow, I promise to announce it. As a matter of fact, I'll make sure I'll do it today. This is Naples Yellow also, but it's a Winsor Newton
I think you might have done the Winsor Newton Naples Yellow already.
Wait a minute. No. I have the Naples Yellow.
I think you did Gamblin and Winsor Newton Naples Yellow.
But whatever it is, this one is slightly different.
Oh, okay.
And I love it. It's very good for skin color.
Oh.
You see the difference? Just a slight difference.
Yes.
And if you mix it with Naples yellow, wait. Now this is a rich magnificence. It's cadmium yellow. And when I say rich, it also costs. A cadmium is obviously an expensive thing. This, my parents brought from Vienna when we escaped Hitler. Not the paint. The opener. Okay, now this will go here because I don't want it near the Naples, near the Payne's Gray. It costs too much. And I can only use little bits of it. Okay? See, if you could point down, this is where I keep these. Okay? This way, in the middle of the night, I know what I'm getting. Now here come the real treasures. The browns. This is raw umber. I use this constantly. Where's the nutcracker? Here it is.
Now, dear folks, if you are saying things, unfortunately, we're not getting that yet. That happens sometimes. Ah! Finally, the comments are coming.
Oh, good.
Lee says, we hear Hetty fine. Marcia says, hi, Kenny and Hetty. Marcia says, is this June 10th? And
wait, don't say anything for a minute. Okay, now. The trucks are gone.
okay, Marcia says, hi, Kenny and Hetty, and is asking, is this June 10th? So I'm not sure what she means by that. It is June 10th. Ed Weedman says, Hetty, what was your favorite red again?
Alizarin crimson. I thought you'd ask.
And John Taracuso is there. Hi, Hetty. Hi, Ken. Hugs from California.
Hugs back to you. I wish California would not be so terribly far away.
Now, what was that? That was what kind of brown?
Wait, this is important to tell you because this I love. Let me just close it correctly, which I can't.
Can I get that?
Yes,
yeah.
Could you, but don't get dirty.
You hold this for a second.
I hold this. It's good to have a son. A son who can bend. Thank you. Let me close this and let me tell you why it is so wonderful. When I use a dark brown and I use Mars yellow, it just sings.
Huh? Will you show us that today?
Oh yeah.
No, will you show us using them both?
Definitely.
Good.
Definitely. As a matter of fact, why don't I begin that right now with those two colors? Okay?
Yes.
Because, let's see if I have to put one more brown in. Yes.
John Taracuso is wondering if you're using alizarin crimson today.
If I'm using
Alizarin crimson today.
alizarin crimson, I must.
Tibor is watching.
Tibor, who's a wonderful artist, and we visited him in his home, and question is when. Here it is.
And what color is this? Raw sienna.
Raw sienna. Why don't we do this? Why don't, while I do this, you get the pictures from Hernan and let me talk about Hernan while I put these out?
Sure.
Because there aren't many important ones anymore to show, except for my favorite color in the universe. I won't do the reds now because I don't want to spend that much time, but I do want to show you the glory of these greens. And I promise, if I can't fit everything into the day.
Should I start showing pictures?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Do you want to explain what they are?
Yes. Okay. I want to explain that I think of all the inventions that humanity has done in the last few centuries, the camera is the most powerful gift that was given to us. First of all, this is awesome James Webb Solar Telescope, which photographs life which died trillions of years ago. Beyond our comprehension are those numbers. And then what we can do with cameras. We have a friend of the family whose name is Hernan. Hernan started in my life by being a close friend of my son. And I knew he did wonderful photography, but I didn't know that he would give me one of the greatest gifts in my life. He loves the theater, and he used to take my granddaughter, Jessie, to the theater and to parks and everywhere and send us the photographs. And it was just recently that I realized the parts of my life that meant so much are in a camera. And whenever he sends them, it's as he gave me back a part of my life that my brain has stored somewhere but was not accessible. And he brings it out. Kenny, could you explain as you show some of those?
Sure.
And,
So Hernan,
and when it was done.
Hernan keeps sending like this photos of all different times of our lives. Like this one is a benefit 2 years ago.
A Pride benefit, I think, right?
Pride for Youth benefit, yes. That's one.
But we would forget
Here's
things.
one that is 15 years ago. That is Hernan and me, Hernan with his two godchildren, his nephew Ben, and his goddaughter Jessie. And this is 10 years ago today.
Isn't that amazing?
Jessie doing Taekwondo. She is a 3rd degree black belt. That was many years ago. Let's see, maybe I'll just show. Oh, Jessie over the years. This is Jessie 5 years ago. celebrating her 18th. Meeting Hernan. Jesse's 18. Jesse.
Do you know what that means, to be able to have this in front of me?
Jesse. So these are just a few examples of what Hernan always does. I'll do one more.
And then are there comments?
9 years ago at Eileen's New York City movie premiere. Yay, Eileen. So these are the things that Hernan sends us.
Yes.
Now, Eileen just said, "Hi, we are late to the show, but hello, we love you." And Johnny Santana is here and says, "Hi, Hetty, sending love." So you have been putting out colors this whole time.
Yep. And I'll explain in every session when I speak to you, I'll explain what I do when. What colors I mix. Kenny, could you help me? I dropped another one.
Sure. Just hold this so people can see the painting.
Yes. Thank you. Okay. This, by the way, is one of the most incredibly beautiful things. It's called cerulean blue. But before anything, I'm going to put up the alizarin crimson.
Kathy says beautiful pictures that Hernan took. Greg is watching. Eileen says Kenny is an angel.
Yes. I'm keeping him. Okay.
I'm a kept angel.
This is alizarin crimson.
The famous.
John said once, I don't remember what we were talking about, but he said, maybe it just needs a little bit of alizarin crimson in its life. When alizarin crimson is mixed, is put on top of the dark black, it becomes a miracle. Okay, I'm putting it very lovingly into this corner because I can't waste it. If it gets near anything, it takes over.
Now we have 9 minutes, just so you know, in terms of painting.
Alizarin crimson is such a pest. Look at this. It won't stop. It won't come out. I will have to take the knife and slash it off, which hurts. It hurts.
Kina is here. Says, "Hi, Hetty. Love looking at how you set up the paint."
Well, someday I'm only going to work in pencil. And life will be simple. But say goodbye to the alizarin crimson. Part of its expensive self I had to throw away. Okay. I will squeeze out other colors later because I want to start painting. Now, first of all, this, people, is a miracle. It's not a soul bottle, but it is this here. It does not have a turpentine smell, and it's difficult for me to open and close, so I keep what I need in a soda bottle. That goes in here. And then we begin. One more item. I find this to be my favorite medium. It's used for painting, okay? And it's Winsor Newton for oil colors, artist painting medium. The only thing is, I need a Kenny to help me open it because it's stuck. I'll hold this.
Yes. Yeah.
Because you have to press down.
And just hold it so people can see the painting.
Yep.
No, turn it the other way. Okay, here we go.
And this is for you. Thank you. So if you have a Kenny to open bottles, life becomes so wonderful. I can close it. Okay, I would like to go back to the area that I painted last time because for the first time, Kenny had said to me a long time ago, couldn't you do something where people can see what a finished piece looks like? But as you have seen throughout this painting, there has to be a certain dryness before a color
I would say just
takes.
because of time, pick the most fun thing you want to show.
Right here. Because that's what we did last time. Okay. Let me show you.
Right, you eliminated a bird last time.
I got rid of the bird.
Yes. You're a birderer.
Yes. But again, I needed Marcia to be free of the bird. Okay. Watch this. First of all of you know that I'm suffering because I cannot use my easel. So I have to put things like this. Now, watch this. I do need a little alizarin crimson right now because it is so gorgeous. Do you see what it does? And you can even use it. Let's see which is.
And I just want to read something Eileen wrote that's very beautiful. Hetty
Yes.
and Kenny, we are so grateful for how much you enrich our lives. Watching your painting process is priceless. And thanks also for sharing Hernan's photos. What a rich family. Eileen, we love you so much.
Thank you. And thank you for the influence you have been in my life.
Our lives.
Look, all of you, look what alizarin crimson will do. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
But only because there are so many colors underneath. But do you realize it now becomes the center? And I'm going to do this. I'm going to take a bigger brush and do it like a film. Wait. I have to smell it to see which it was.
The one on the right is the medium, I think.
The one on the right is medium?
I think so.
I don't think so.
Oh, no? Okay. Anybody know?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is. Okay, now watch this. If it did not have these beautiful colors underneath, the alizarin crimson would be too much. Because it's the undertones that matter. Nope, this is a tissue. These are the miracle materials. All of this would not be possible if there would not be undertones. By the time you see this next week, I will have been lucky enough to have had painting time in between. Oops, Kenny just showed me there's very little time left. But just enough to do this. I don't want to leave you otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Because now is the time when I can finish certain things for you. I'm going to take some of that beautiful blue. Again, undertones. And I'm going to stay away from this when I'm doing my own, when I work away from you, because this way you will see the layers. And I'll work on this painting, this part of the painting, until that's done. And when you're not here during the week, I will paint the rest of the painting. Hernan showed me something about his camera which blew me away. He can change things. He can move things. He can do things that I didn't know could be done. That the camera is also obedient. If, like Hernan, you have the magic touch.
Eileen says, love the layers, love you. And Amy Lauren is watching, sending lots of hearts. And Marcia says, mesmerizing, Hetty.
I love it, thank you. I love you all. Kenny's pointing his finger at the clock. I love you all.
And Amy says, oh, talented Hetty, the detail is just insane.
Because you are watching
Hernan is here.
How wonderful.
Hernan, your ears must have been burning. And Kathy says, love you, my Hetty. It was great seeing you stroll by this morning.
Kathy, just very quickly, can I show you her doggy? He's not finished yet. That's Cooper. And that's her horse. Oh, I'm so happy. And I think it's time to go.
And let me just say first, Dina says, love you, Hitty and Ken. We love you, Dina. And Hernan says, oh no! I was showing the Burn Street apartment to a potential buyer and I completely lost track of time. And it's fine, Hernan. And Megan says, thank you for the inspiration. And Amy says, I think this is your greatest piece to date.
Thank you. I love you all.